What's going on, everyone? This is Adam and Craig with Grandstand Golf. In the show, we're talking our round 3 DFS Showdown tickets for the CJ Cup. Craig, yesterday you picked Rory for round 2 as a pivot off Xander. How do you feel about that now?
Well, I still stand by it. I mean, I ended up with Xander in a few of mine. Rory actually put up a decent round. He was 3 under, and I don't know if you saw it, but he had a lost ball right in the middle of a hole. It just got lost in the rough there. So
it was in the rough, and they just couldn't find it.
So
right?
He had a bogey that should have been a birdie on a par 5. But that said, I don't know. I think the only way you can justify not playing Xander is because you think his ownership's going to be crazy. I think he's going to continue to play well.
For round 3?
For the next round,
there's no real indication that he should let up. I mean, he had some pretty big putts today, but even if he didn't hit those, he'd still be, 4 under, 5 under?
Yeah. He's gonna play well. It's just a matter of whether you want to, his ownership was over 40% today. I think it's going to be even higher tomorrow. So do you want to have a contrarian play to that much of the field,
Right. I found in round 2, so my theory going into round 2 was pick guys in season long that have done well ball striking and can bounce back. I feel like in round 2, I don't know if you agree, but I feel like the rich got richer. Like the ones who started well in round 1 kind of carry that over. And the ones who kind of started poorly in round 1, maybe I'm just have Paul Casey on the mind, but the ones who started poorly played worse. And it kind of just stretched.
Yeah, I think you see some of that. Where the people who just don't really have a good feel for their swing this week, they continue to fall off, and the ones who do continue to go up. But then I also think there's the guys who, like Rory or JT, where they didn't have a great Thursday, but then they're just good, and so they go out there and they move down on Friday, and then I think they'll continue to move further up the leaderboard as we go through the tournament.
And Hovland, one of my picks actually did turn out pretty well. Hovland did have a good day, so I was happy to see that as well.
Yeah. Okay, who you got for tomorrow?
So round 3, I'm going again with ball strikers, but I'm going with ball strikers that have maybe done pretty well. Maybe they're kind of 20th, top 10 in that range, and I think that they can even improve a little bit more, possibly with some better putting or another kind of area of their game. But my first is Hideki Matsuyama at 9,100. Right now he's T8, he's 6 under, but he's 6 in strokes gained tee to green for the tournament, plus 5.5 almost.
Yeah.
He's also one of a handful of guys that's actually positive in every strokes gained category. So even if his putting has a bad day or not, he's actually doing pretty well putting every single around the green, off the tee, approach. Everything is positive right now. So I think he's just kind of a sneaky guy to kind of improve as the Saturday and Sunday go along.
Yeah, it seemed like I had him in a few of mine today, and he played well, but it seemed like he could go even lower. He left a few out there that could have been, could have gone crazy like a few people did today.
Yeah, exactly. A little bit riskier pick. I'm going with Bubba Watson for my second pick here at 7,800. I think he had a good bounce back. He was one of my sleepers going into the tournament, but I feel like he had a good bounce back in round 2, going 3 under. His ball striking stats are really good in round 2.
Yeah.
5th in strokes gained approach, plus 2. 6th in strokes gained off the tee, about plus 1.5. It's Bubba. It's volatile. He's probably not going to go bogey free. You can't expect that with Bubba, but he's going to give you some eagle opportunities. I think he got an eagle today. He's probably going to get a couple bogeys, but he just sets up for scoring opportunities. He's going to put himself in position to have those scoring opportunities.
Yeah, and he, based on his score, and I'm pretty sure his strokes gained putting, he's left points poor out there. So when someone's hitting the ball well and they're leaving some strokes out there, that's when their ownership is going to reflect their score, I think. But their score reflects how they missed a couple putts along the way. So hopefully they make those putts next time, and you've got a low-owned guy.
Yeah, exactly. And Craig, pick number 3. Here we go. We're going the big beauty, Harry Higgs at 6,400. He had a great round 2. He's near minimum price, 6,400. I got to sit up a little bit to get the V more in there.
Yeah.
He ranks 3rd in strokes gained tee to green for the tournament. So he is right up there with these guys. He's probably going to be pretty popular at 6,400, but I don't care. If he's hitting that ball that well, I'm going to eat the chalk. It gives me so many more options to be contrarian elsewhere. I'm just going to go along with it. Plus, his putting's he's not putting well. He's only 61st in strokes gained putting. So if he can improve upon that at all, at 6,400, it's just a bargain I can't pass up, man. I'm going with
Now,
Big Beauty.
are you worried that he might like be getting a sunburn in his deep V, and like as the week goes on, he's going to get a little bit tender?
I mean, it's always a possibility, but I feel like he's been there before. He knows
he's sunscreening that up.
He's got a routine.
Yeah.
He knows how to figure it out.
Gotcha. Okay, well, let's jump in here. So again, I'm looking at, if you do want to jump off of Xander, Xander's priced at 10-2. I'm okay going Rory again, who I spoke about yesterday.
Yeah.
Check out that video if you want to know why I like Rory. But Justin Thomas at 10-4. He's gone 72-66. He was 6 under today with no bogeys. He did have two bogeys and a double on Thursday, but 10 birdies through 2 days. So basically, what we saw on Thursday, he was not getting off the tee in good shape. He lost almost 2 strokes off the tee and totally flipped that. Turned it around. He gained 2 yesterday. His strokes gain approach are always good, and that's reflected. He's gaining about 2 strokes hitting into greens, and he is losing strokes putting. And I don't know if you got to see much of the feature group early coverage today, but he was -6 today. He probably could have been 10 under today. He had so many putts slide by, and it seemed like every hole he had a birdie putt that was like a makeable length birdie putt.
It seemed like he was struggling. I think I more saw his front nine, but it seemed like he was just grinding out there. I mean, there's one off the tee where he slammed his driver, like he wasn't happy. He sprayed it. It's classic JT right now. Like he's just kind of stalking Xander. Like there's quite a bit of distance to make up, but it's classic JT to continue to kind of stalk his prey.
Well, and I don't know about him winning the tournament, but I do think like for showdowns, I think he's going to be great plays for both Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
Next up, Daniel Berger. He's been a little bit ho-hum, hasn't been flashy. 71-70. He made an eagle on the last hole there to come in 2 under today. He's got 2 eagles in the week, 4 birdies, 5 bogeys. So, all these guys, I'm looking for people who have been making scores. They've been making birdies, or in Berger's case, he's made eagles. And if they clean up some of those bogeys, they can go even lower. The thing with Daniel, with Berger that stood out to me here, his ball striking's awesome right now. He's gaining over a stroke, basically off the tee and on approach, over 2 combined. And he's losing around the green, which typically he's a top 30 player. So if he tightens that up a bit, he might have gotten himself in some awkward positions. And these greens slope so quickly that if you do get in bad spots, you can't. You kind of have to take your medicine, and it's going to go down a slope, and you're going to have to try to make up for it.
Even a player of Berger's caliber, having 2 full rounds in the course can maybe kind of just tighten things up, because he knows there's a little bit more familiarity around the greens, right?
How to use slopes.
Yeah, exactly. How quickly they're going, kind of where the false fronts, all those kind of things. Like he can figure that out after two rounds. Yeah,
but basically ball striking's in good shape, and I don't think his ownership's going to be crazy because he's only -3. Last up, Kevin Streelman. He's at -6 and he's priced at 7,400. So he may stand out a bit just because he'll be one of the lower scoring guys around where he's priced. But he was 68 on Thursday, 70 today, 10 birdies, 4 bogeys. He's gained strokes off the tee both rounds, over a stroke.
Yeah.
I think that's a pretty stable stat for the most part. Yeah. Typically, when people are hitting the ball well, it has a bit more stickiness. So with Streelman, I was looking through his previous year. When he gets himself in good shape on a week, he usually does a pretty good job carrying that momentum. So I just think that he's going to continue to get off the tee in good shape and make birdies when they're out there. If he cleans up and avoids a few bogeys, he could easily go out there and post a good one.
Yeah, I mean, he's just not an exciting player, right? But he's boring, and that's sometimes what wins you some showdown tournaments. He'll go out there and he'll do what he needs to do, but he won't get clicked on. I feel like his ownership's never too high, just because he isn't that sexy of a play.
Yeah, there's bigger names, there's flashier players around him, but he can still go low. I mean, we saw it at the Travelers with I think a 63 on Saturday.
Absolutely, yeah. All right, so quickly recapping for my picks for round 3 at the CJ Cup, I got Hideki Matsuyama at 9,100, Bubba Watson at 7,800, and Harry Higgs, the big beauty, at 6,400.
And I've got JT at 10,004, Daniel Berger at 8,800, and Streelman at 7,400.
Awesome. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe to our videos. It really means a lot. Let us know who you like for round 3 in the comments below, and we will catch you again soon.
Thanks a lot. Take care. Good luck, guys.
Take care.